Now let's see.
I'd just like to point out some things aren't wearing any pants.
Understand? It's beautiful. It's nature.
Especially when they're wearing a t-shirt, but not any pants.
Oh, what the hell?
There we go. See? Now I see your problem, Lynn.
No.
How did you guys get it to crash?
Therefore happened many times.
How? I don't see anything.
All William had to do was touch it, and it ran it code forward.
720i.
Interlaced?
Yeah. 720i, 1080i, crash. Anything with P in it, it was happy.
So progressive it likes, but interlace, it's like, no! That's bad for me.
Today, dream, build, play.
Tomorrow! Is a worm?
Anyway, here's our list. I produced everything that has to be done by the end of the king. I'm working 60 hours a week, so my list is short, but it's actually a lot of work. So suck it. I'm doing a lot. Danielle's doing that, and this is John. John has the biggest workload. That's why we worship the ground he programs on. And Bernard might not be doing all this. In fact, I've already exported that, a couple of these things. Yeah, basically, I exported a lot. Essentially, Bernard, he's been avoiding us. Like, this is the second time he's done it to us, where he stopped talking to us for like 3 or 4 days. And I finally got a hold of him, and he admitted to avoiding us. We told him last time he did that, you can't just do that, because it's going to, especially since you're supposed to get a cut of the gaming profits. It wasn't that way originally. He just came in and was just doing this because he wanted a laptop, so I gave him a laptop, and that was the exchange for the characters for the alpha. And then he actually said he wanted to do this for a cut because he thought, like, oh, well, this could go big or something. So he started working on it for a cut, and then he started like being overwhelmed by the list. And I was trying to explain, like, well, we only need these ones at these days. We have the whole thing scheduled out.
Oh wait, I think John just had some sort of like epiphany or something.
It was the problem with the small TV. Remember you said that you spawned outside of the camera? Yeah, I figured it out.
Okay. And we're back. Okay. Again, after the phone call. Okay, like I said, Bernard wanted to be in for the cut, and so he agreed to do his proportion. Originally, I was doing the sprites, and Bernard was just going over and touching them up. And then I also did physical references that he could use to base it off of. And he essentially told me he liked doing the physical reference thing, where we actually took a green screen person and gave him the green screen footage that he could just draw over like rotoscope, and that makes things easier for him rather than trying to fix my quote-unquote abortions. So that's cool, but yeah, he's kind of just started avoiding us. And like when I called, like last time I talked to him, he had claimed he only did a little bit of Rohan over the 4 days he didn't contact us. Like he could have had it done in 2 days, but he doesn't seem to work at all when he's actually at home. So we can't be like, oh, he's at home, but he's working, because whenever he comes back, he never actually has anything done. And we have a schedule, and he's already like past his due date, like by a shot. It's actually like the 24th. It's the 24th. So
it's today, yeah.
Yeah. Where's it? Okay. Hold it there. I'll mark that off. Yeah. It's here. Okay. Hey, go down. Yeah. So essentially, we are now. It was due here. We are now here. And tomorrow's that. And it wouldn't be a problem, but he just basically, he now claims that he's overwhelmed, and But yeah, it's kind of weird because the amount of work he can do when he's actually working is really great. It's like fast. It's just he plays a lot of time. Like he'd be here for 12 hours and he'd work for maybe 3 or 4, and the rest of the time it'd be Ragnarok Online or talking to his girlfriend. And he also seems
or
to
just
like
general dicking.
Well, no, let's not get insulting here. I mean, he's a good guy. It's just kind of
I'm not insulting. I'm just saying dicking around. That means just like doing nothing really.
Yeah. It was kind of dicking around sometimes, I guess. That is a good way to put it. And so essentially what it's come down to is other members of the team, one of which is not here right now, basically did not feel comfortable with him still receiving a cut when I'm having to export. Because like, he kept saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. So I've been exporting all this shit to basically outsource freelancers. And that's costing us a grand and some hundreds. So we're going to convert him over today to being just a paid spriter and portrait drawer because I've exported so much that our markup for getting net profit off this, which is kind of our goal, was to keep the overall gross profit requirement to get to net low, is now being shot in the foot due to basically inability to do sprites. Now, like I said, I could do them, but I'm not a very good spriter. I can't shade right, and he didn't want to have to go back over my stuff. So that's how come we're in this predicament that we're in. He wants money, so we're just going to pay him cash, and there won't be any royalty past that point, but he still has rights to his own work, the way the contract's written. So if he wants to do t-shirts or make his own little website or put something on his DeviantArt account or whatever, he's perfectly free to do that. It's his template now. He can do what he wants. We just have unfeathered use rights, so we can do whatever we want to it as well.
When it's used in conjunction with dungeons.
Yeah.
That's yours.
Yeah, exactly. And we also have it written so that in case someone else buys us out, they have access to the same art assets, so that we can actually sell our game to a publisher if we ever get to that point. So
but first we have to be good enough for someone to want to buy us out.
Yes. It's called a pipe dream, people.
That's actually William's real dream, is to build us up so much that he can eventually sell us off for even more. So it's really money.
Yes, money is a big motivator, I will admit this, but essentially the idea is if we did sell out, I could turn around and make more games with a different title for ourselves, which isn't that big of a deal. It would be like Rare selling out and then jumping ship when Microsoft owned them, and all you have left is the second string developers. And now they...
Or like several developers that I can't think of the name of for right now, where they would lead big studios and then be like, okay, I'm done here, jump ship and start a new studio, and do that like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. So yeah, I have lots of ideas for the series. We're gonna do it. We got a new contractor. He's awesome. He did some great work. He's from Jakarta, which is kind of cool.
Where is that, William?
Southeast Asia. Yeah, we also have other spreaders too. We have them from everywhere from Quebec, Canada to a couple, one in Russia. We have one in, like I said, Jakarta, and one in Hong Kong, and in India. So
why don't you show him the awesome work?
Yeah, okay. This is he's gone over it a couple times, just doing modification. Damn it! Hang on.
William and computers. They don't mix.
Not at all.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, yeah, that's his...
Now show that in comparison to what we had originally.
Oh, the original?
Well, no, not original, but like Bernard original.
Okay, give me a moment.